Exclusive. The Ukrainian armed forces have achieved the impossible. Moscow is burning. What do the prisoners find out? The Russians are in a panic. A Book M2 explosion worth $25 million. This has never happened before. Hell for the occupiers. The motorcycle landing force was burned to the ground, minus Russian artillery. Drones from the 59th and Magyar's birds are hunting occupiers behind enemy lines. The Ukrainian armed forces are not stopping. The enemy is losing everything. All the details right now. Hello, this is Ukraine Today. I'm Solomia Dolik, bringing you the latest events. A fake about fighting in the center of Kupansk has spread across the internet. But the truth is completely different. Our soldiers are holding the defense and stop the enemy even before they reach the city. The Russians are trying to cross the Oskol River on rafts and boats, but the Ukrainian armed forces are destroying the occupiers and even capturing them.
To the northern outskirts of Kupiansk, the invaders are infiltrating in groups of 2 to 9 soldiers, and some of them, on the orders of their commanders, are dressed in civilian clothes, which violates the laws and customs of war. Moreover, captured prisoners consistently testify that they received explicit and undeniable orders from their commanding officers to shoot all civilian men aged 18 to 60 years old, and to utilize women and children as human shields if absolutely necessary.
Meanwhile, in the east, our artillery scouts destroyed a true gem of the Russian army, the Buk M2 air defense system worth $25 million. A precise strike turned the installation and its ammunition into a spectacular fireworks display. At the same time, other units are not falling behind. In the Kramatorsk direction, drones from the 5th Assault Brigade destroyed dugouts, shelters, and Russian infantry positions with precise strikes. Each such strike is not just a loss for the enemy, but another step toward liberating our land. Let's take a look at how it happened. And that's not all. In the Lyman direction, the occupiers decided to attack on motorcycles. But engineering barriers stopped them, and the assault troops' speed made them easy prey for the armed forces of Ukraine. The entire group was destroyed. More in the video. Strike after strike. In the Novopavlivka direction, our drones operate around the clock. The 59th Brigade detected and eliminated 2 UAV operator positions, a tank, a cannon, equipment, and enemy infantry. The Ukrainian sky is a trap for the occupiers.
A gentle, melodic piece of background music begins to play softly, filling the space with a pleasant and calming ambiance. The instrumental arrangement creates a serene and inviting atmosphere, setting a tranquil mood for what is to follow.
But the attacks do not stop. Near Pokrovsk, the paratroopers struck even harder. They hit the Russian Sonsepyok system and artillery. The Hyacinth BD-30 and M100B cannons will no longer fire. Let's take a look at how it happened. Meanwhile, the legendary Magyar's birds tracked down the shelter of enemy UAV operators. The occupiers themselves gave away their position. There was an antenna and a Starlink terminal near the entrance to the basement. First, they were cut off from communication, and then FPV drones methodically finished off everyone in the shelter. Let's take a look.
Every voice matters. Join our community, support independent journalism and help us bring you the truth from Ukraine. Become a member of Ukraine today. Join us now.
And while the armed forces of Ukraine are destroying the enemy on the ground, defenders are also holding the line in the sky and shooting down drones. Fighters from the Pentagon 225 unit shot down 15 more Molniya drones that the Russians used to terrorize civilians. Every drone shot down means lives saved. Let's watch the video to see how it happened. While Ukrainian defenders are destroying enemy equipment and stopping enemy assaults, the defense forces of Ukraine have repelled more than 50 attacks that tried to break through the defenses. The Russians have pulled in reserve forces, preparing for a large-scale offensive using manpower and equipment. More details about the situation on the eve are in the following video.
Enemy UAV pilots are a top priority target on all sections of the front, as drones make logistics almost impossibly difficult. In the Vovchansk direction, another crew of Russian drone operators was destroyed, thanks to the Ares artillery reconnaissance battery of the 57th Motorized Infantry Brigade. In the Kupansk sector, the equipment of the occupying army became a good target for the pilots of the Iron Brigade. At the same time, enemy personnel were also eliminated. A ground robotic system saved the life of a soldier from the 77th Airmobile Brigade. A pickup truck carrying paratroopers came under attack from enemy FPV drones. One of the soldiers was seriously wounded. A robot was quickly sent to him, delivering supplies. The serviceman was delivered to the medics in time. The 3rd Assault Brigade gave the enemy a real scare with their FPV drones. They took down an antenna, detected and destroyed mortars, burned an enemy supply depot, and at the same time eliminated infantry hiding in shelters and a house. Round-the-clock attacks continue unabated in the Lyman direction. Russian assault groups continue their relentless attempts to probe for weak spots in the defense of the 66th Mechanized Brigade, named after Prince Mstislav the enemy. Most of them are eliminated as they approach our positions. The enemy sent so-called drone lurkers onto the roads, lying in wait for their prey. But all they got was instant destruction at the hands of the soldiers of the 60th Mechanized Brigade. The pilots of Signum once again sent their birds out for a night hunt, hitting an armored vehicle, a van, and a crossover. On another occasion, they set fire to a newly built shelter along with the occupiers inside. In an artillery duel with the 45th Separate Artillery Brigade, all that remained of 4 howitzers were fragments and ashes. Accurate strikes were made possible thanks to the watchful eyes of comrades from neighboring brigades. Meanwhile, the Black Forest Artillery Reconnaissance Team adjusted fire onto an enemy Buk air defense system. The system is designed to shoot down aircraft worth about $25 million, and it cannot be restored. The 24th King Danilo Brigade is holding the defense of Chasiv Yar firmly. They offer the only prospect for the Muscovites, death. The video shows the results of the defenders' combat work. The heavy bombers of the Rubich Brigade's drone operators work non-stop. There is no place where the enemy can hide from these carbon helpers. Recently, the National Guard cleared a village in the Dobropilia direction. The Phoenix Border Guards destroyed a Russian Uragan in the Pokrovsk sector and also blew up a tank, an APC, and a vehicle carrying infantry. Under the sights of the Mykolaiv Marines, enemy artillery, vehicles, ground robotic systems, shelters, and personnel are all targeted. The enemy has adapted and now infiltrates one by one under the cover of night, wrapped in black bags. A devastating response from the National Guard's Black Sky Battalion. The Iron Falcons of the 67th Mechanized Brigade eliminated enemy personnel near Pidubne and Olhivska. Interceptor drones operated by pilots of the 35th Marine Brigade destroy enemy reconnaissance and strike UAVs every day. Zala, Skat, Orlan, and Lancet drones. In the Novopavlivka direction, the Russians attacked 26 times in a single day. The fighters of the 46th Airmobile Podivska Brigade make the enemy pay with losses for every step they take on our land. They blew up vehicles, motorcycles, camouflage drones, and enemy personnel. They do not allow the occupiers to gain a foothold. With faith in our fighters, Tetiana Litvin, Inter Podrobitsi, Marathon United News.
At the same time, on the front line, artillerymen of the 67th Brigade continue to destroy the enemy in the Dnipropetrovsk region. Every shot here is the life of a comrade and of peaceful civilians. These warriors remain unbreakable even in the fiercest battles. Watch next to see how our defenders operate on the front line.
An armored vehicle body and additional metal grills are the bare minimum needed to make a frontline trip safer. We are on the border of Donetsk and Dnipropetrovsk regions. Right now, we're driving along a dangerous stretch of road, and it's best to go as fast as possible. And of course, rely on luck. Our film crew is visiting the artillerymen of the 67th Separate Mechanized Brigade. Behind these soldiers are Bakhmut, Chasiv Yar, the Serebryansky Forest, Kursk region, and Sumy region. Now, their area of responsibility is the border between the two regions.
We've heard that they've already taken something there. They're trying to take something else. But I'll say this, we're doing our best to hold them back at the border of Dnipropetrovsk region.
Helping with this is this American M119 howitzer, 105mm caliber. It's fast, compact, and effective.
As we've always called it here, it's like a sniper rifle. It hits very accurately. Especially when it was brand new, we could accurately hit a small window at a remarkable 11 kilometers away, just like a highly skilled sniper would.
Its range with standard high explosive fragmentation shells is about 11 kilometers. If we switch to rocket-assisted projectiles, it can reach up to 19 kilometers. What are its advantages? It's primarily about its incredible speed and its relatively compact size. We can effectively camouflage it within simple, dense thickets and then quickly and efficiently fire off a few devastating rounds in the general direction of, and how should I put this most politely, the opposing enemy forces.
The artillerymen also had to quickly fire at the Russians during our visit.
There were enemy personnel present. We were informed that after our operation the targets were hit. And as they said, the targets were hit beautifully.
The regular firing of the cannon during filming is interspersed with the buzzing of FPV drones and less often but still regularly with the explosions of glide bombs.
Here, as they say, both ours and enemy FPV drones are flying around, plus fixed-wing drones as well. And honestly, you don't really want to figure out whether it's ours or not. As we were once told, the golden rule is, if you didn't launch it yourself, don't assume it's yours.
If it's buzzing loudly, like a Kamar, you could say, then it's a small FPV drone. Here we're protected by the branches. But if the sound is a bit more muffled, that could mean it's already on fiber optics.
That's when you need to get out. It's the encounters with enemy drones that are among the most difficult episodes of the war, says Hora.
A drone on fiber optics flew up to within 10 meters above me. It pointed its camera right at me. That was my close call, another birthday for me. Well, we managed to shoot it down together that time.
During filming, the artillerymen did not shoot down enemy drones. But hiding together in the thickets was something we had to do more than once.
That's the most interesting part. Just as soon as you finish your work, a wing immediately flies in, searching. Have you ever heard what it's like to have a wing buzzing above your head, how the KB come in? And now you might be able to hear, if we're lucky, how the enemy artillery fires back at us. And this, as they say, is our constant daily reality. This happens here 24/7.
You can support the gunners of the 67th Separate Mechanized Brigade by donating via the QR code on the screen. Every Shaurivnia will help our soldiers in their fight against the enemy. Ole Kendrickson, Zakar Komak, Vic program on STB, United News Marathon.
How do you assess the courage and resilience of Ukrainian soldiers on the front line? Share your thoughts in the comments. Like this video and stay with us so you don't miss the most important updates. Even more important news is ahead. See you in the next segment.